This video is sponsored by AppSumo. I'm about to cover what I believe to be the easiest form of passive income. In fact, in the last month, I've made $18,431 selling mostly passively from digital products like ebooks, courses, memberships, and more. There are so many reasons why I think that digital products make for the easiest form of passive income. For example, you don't need product samples, you don't have any hard product costs, and you don't need to deal with shipping anything anywhere, which can be very complicated and expensive. A digital product, you just create it one time and you can sell it over and over and over again. Not to mention, the profit margins are 80% plus because there are not a lot of costs involved. The list of why digital products is the best and easiest form of passive income goes on and on and on. I have been doing this for over a decade and I love it so much. In this video, I'm going to share with you different types of digital products, how much you can make from selling them, how to sell these digital products, and the exact platform that I use to sell them on. So let's dive in. If you're new here, hi, I'm Molly. I started as a broke college dropout with just 81 cents. This was my POS car. And I leveraged that 81 cents into a multiple six-figure per year photography studio. Soon, other photographers started asking me how I did it. So I started to share that information free through content online and paid in the form of my digital information products. And I went on to grow that digital info products business to over $2 million per year. And now I help content creators and aspiring content creators just like you to grow and monetize your following with digital info products so you can help your followers on a deeper level and make a full-time living doing what you love. When I first started selling digital information products in 2014, I started by taking what I was already coaching on and hosting workshops on, and I turned that information into digital products like ebooks and online digital workshops. Ebooks and digital workshops are some of the easiest digital products to get started with. Not only were they the ones that I got started with, but they're also the ones that I recommend to all of my beginner students as well. They're quick to make and free to make, and they're easier to sell because they're typically around $99 or lower, so they are perfect for any beginner getting started. Now, if you haven't coached before or hosted in-person workshops before, that's totally okay. You don't have to do those things, but I do find that it can help you to find your voice, get some experience teaching, and get some testimonials under your belt. And if you'd like to go this route, I would highly recommend starting with AppSumo's app, TidyCal. TidyCal is a calendar scheduling software that you can use to book paid one-on-one coaching sessions and even collect the money right in the app when they're scheduling their date and time to have the coaching session with you. The best part of TidyCal, and the reason that I switched to it recently from another popular calendar scheduling software, is that TidyCal is just one payment of $29 and you have it for life. That's right, there are no recurring payments and it is a very small payment. So you pay just 29 bucks, you have this calendar scheduling software for life. So you can use this to book free coaching sessions to learn more about your audience, or you can use it to book paid coaching sessions. You actually get paid to coach people, which will help you gain experience and testimonials, which will make creating your digital products even easier. Before switching to TidyCal, I was getting charged a hefty multiple $100 per year charge on a recurring basis. So it was a complete no-brainer for me to switch to TidyCal. But what was the most surprising to me is that I actually enjoy the software more. It's easier to use, it's simpler, and I just find it to be a more enjoyable user experience. Fun story is that I actually found out about TidyCal from my students. I was posting about the other scheduling software that I had been using, and they were like, why are you still using this? There's a much better solution out there for a much better price. So I was like, okay. So I went and looked into it and they were right. Not only is it cheaper, but again, I actually find it easier to use. I love getting recommendations from my students, but I was really so surprised because I'm a huge fan of AppSumo. Anytime I need to buy any kind of software, I always go on AppSumo first to see if there's a lifetime deal for it, because who wouldn't want to cut down on their recurring software payments, right? So be sure to check out TidyCal. I have a link in the description below this video so that you can check it out. Again, it's just 29 bucks one time. It can make you extra money from coaching. It can also get you more experience and testimonials for your digital products. And if you're not interested in a calendar scheduling software, then check out AppSumo for all of their different software deals. Because again, you might be able to switch from some of the softwares you currently have to some of theirs that have a lifetime one-time payment which will really help the profit margin for your business. So again, check out the first link in the description below this video to check out TidyCal now. Now, one of the first ebooks that I ever made that really took off was called Model Call. And over the 4 years that I had it for sale, it made well over $500,000 in revenue with no paid ad. That is the power of solving a painful problem with your digital product. It's not enough to just create the digital product. You really need to think about who is your ideal audience, what's a problem you can solve for that. That is what's going to make it easy to sell and really help a lot of people. So you also have that word of mouth marketing built in as well. I also made a productivity ebook and an email marketing ebook as well. So why did I create so many ebooks, you're probably wondering? Well, once I had one selling really, really well, I thought I'll just make more ebooks and therefore I'll make more money. And that's exactly what happened. Once I had those ebooks selling, people started asking me about templates. So I made some templates on Photoshop, and now I know people use Canva, but back in the day, Photoshop was it. And so I made some templates in Photoshop to sell as well. Here's a photo of one of the very first template packs that I ever made. Now, once I had sold some of those, I discovered online course digital products. Now, online courses take more work and time to make, so I do think that they're better for a more intermediate advanced. I think it's best to start with something like an ebook or a digital workshop. But the best part with online courses is you can help people on a deeper level, and therefore you can charge a more premium price for it, which really allows you to scale your online business faster. In fact, with things like ebooks, I've made multiple six figures, but with courses, I have made multiple millions of dollars. This is because, again, you are helping people overcome a larger problem and helping them on a deeper level. So you can price at a more premium price, usually somewhere between $297 and $1,997. So the sales really start to add up faster simply because the price is higher, and this really helps you scale your online business. Here's proof of one of the very first online courses that I've ever made. And yeah, I was just starting, so cut me some slack. And after successfully launching several online courses and doing well over $8 million in revenue, I now have an online course called Profitable Courses. And in the last couple of years, I've enrolled over 538 students into that course at around $1,997 each, which comes out to around $1 million in revenue. Crazy, right? Now, if I had sold that same amount of students a $49 ebook, I would have made $26,000. Now, I still think starting with an ebook or a digital workshop is best, but I just want to show you the difference in how fast you can scale when you're able to add on a premium priced online course, simply because you can charge more for it per sale. And more recently, I decided to create my own membership in 2023. And even though everyone warned me about how hard memberships are, I knew that it would be the best digital product vehicle for the information that I was going to share in it. I also knew that it would be the best format to help my students ongoing, and it would also in turn bring in recurring revenue for my business, which would give myself, my business, and my employees stability in the business as well. So far, I've enrolled 135 students at the $348 per year plan and 214 on the $59 per month plan. And that doesn't even include those who chose the unlimited option. So that's a total of over $59,000 in revenue. And that doesn't include the fact that these are recurring payments. That's just the math on the first payment from everyone who has enrolled so far. Right now, my business Freedom Creator is bringing in around $4,000 to $6,000 per month every month or more from this membership, Freedom Creator Club. That's from the recurring payments, and it grows every single month. The more members we get, the more the recurring payment goes up, and it's just such a great business model. I would highly recommend it after you started with an ebook or a digital workshop, of course. And I understand memberships might not seem as exciting as launching an ebook or a course. They are so great for that recurring, stable revenue, and they grow month over month. I'm guessing you're watching this video because you want to create your very own digital product, and you are in luck because I have a 3-part completely free training. It is the second link in the description below this video. Now that you know all about these different types of digital products, you might be interested in some of them, but you might be wanting to know all the different types of digital products out there, because there are 54 different types of digital products. That way you can choose the one to get started that's best for you. But how do you do that? Well, all you do is go in the link in the description below this video, and you can download my full list of all 54 different types of digital products completely for free. Now that we've covered a bunch of different digital product ideas, how much they can make, let's talk about how you can actually sell them. Now, I understand there are tons of different videos out there on different places to sell, and there's a lot of different places to sell, and you might be watching a lot of these possibilities and feeling very overwhelmed. So know that you are not alone and this is normal because there are a lot of different options out there, but I'm going to share with you what I have found to be the best and simplest option. And I'm going to break this down into an easy to follow 3-part framework. So let's dive in. This is exactly the framework that I followed to bring in over $8 million in digital product sales. But this is a warning. This is not a get rich quick. Okay, this is a learn skills to get rich by helping a lot of people over a long period of time. There is no such thing, in my opinion, as a get rich quick, or there is no such thing as a good get rich quick scheme. So if you want to be able to make money in a good way, helping people and building a foundation of a sustainable business, then keep watching because that's exactly what I'm going to share with you. And I just want to share that, yes, you're not going to get rich overnight, but this has been so worth it for me in creating a lifestyle and a business that I actually really love that gets to help a lot of people. So I just want to show you some examples so that you can see what is possible for you as well in the future. So this is me sipping coffee in the Netherlands. Here is a bath that a butler drew for me when my husband and I were staying at a resort in Mexico. Here's me getting ready to speak on stage. Here is my husband Aaron and I flying first class for the first time. And yes, those are first class seats, but they don't look super fancy because it's Delta. So let's be honest. But once you fly first class, you can't go back. Like, it was awesome. And yes, I have flown coach since then, but if I can fly first class and it's not completely outrageously priced, I will do it because it is worth it. Here's a screenshot of when I paid off my student loan. Best feeling ever. Here is a picture of me horseback riding in Los Angeles in Griffith Park with my mom. Here's a picture of me standing in front of my second 2 Comma Club award, which is an award for earning over $1 million with a digital product. And of course, the best part is helping lots of people along the way to earn more money and more freedom in their life and business. And of course, I'm not sharing these things with you to brag. It's just, if I don't share these things, people will comment being like, did you really do this? Yes, I've done this. I've shown you guys lots of proof. So at this point, you can choose to believe it or not, but I want to help those of you that want to help other people through digital products so that you can have the freedom and fulfillment in your life that you deserve. So let's hop into the 3-part framework. Number 1 is grow a following. Number 2 is move your followers to email list subscribers. And number 3 is find a platform to sell on. And I will recommend the one that I sell on in just a minute. And again, if you're watching this video because you want to have a digital products business that's going to help you earn more money and earn more free time, then I want you to check out the second link in the description below this video. That's a totally full free training on how to get started with your own digital products business. Okay, number 1, growing a following. Now, I started growing my own following way back in the day with my first digital products business for photographers, and I started growing this with blogging and Pinterest, which is a great way to get started. But now with my current business, Freedom Creator, I now use YouTube as my main vehicle. So the first thing you should do is decide on what platform you want to grow a following on. As someone who has done blogging and Pinterest and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, I would personally highly recommend getting started with YouTube just because you're able to grow fast with the right strategy. I have lots of other videos on this, but also because it has a lot more ways that you can earn money. So for example, you can get paid through digital products. You can also get paid through affiliate sales. You can also get paid through YouTube AdSense, and you can also get paid through sponsorships. So YouTube is just such a great platform. Okay, number 2 is you're going to want to move those followers to email list subscribers. Now, growing an email list is actually quite simple as long as you're growing a following. So for example, I grow my following on YouTube, and what I do is throughout my videos, I mention freebies just like I've done throughout this video so that those watching can go and get more information, more downloads, and more help for free. And all they're going to do is put in their name and email. That way I can send the freebie to their email address. And then they're also now on my email list so they can get further nurturing emails from me. And then eventually I can also mention the other programs I have for sale to be able to turn my followers into paying students so that I can help them further. Now, last but not least, number 3, this is the platform that I use to grow my email list and also to make sales and host my digital products. This is the platform that I use for everything. This software or platform, whatever you want to call it, is called System.io. And I actually have a link in the description below this video where you can get a completely free System.io account. Again, this is the software that I use for everything from growing my email list, sending emails, hosting digital products. We use this to create sales funnels, to create checkout pages, to track all of our metrics. You can even have your website. My website's hosted on System. You can have your blog on System. It is truly an all-in-one platform for growing your digital products business. Now, the free tier, which again, I have a link in the description below for the free tier, it is completely free for up to 2,000 email subscribers. So once you have over 2,000 email subscribers, then you could upgrade. I believe their first plan is around $25. You can go to their website to confirm that. But for me, I use the unlimited, which is the highest tier option, and it's still under $100 a month, which is way lower than all of the other softwares out there. Most other competitive softwares out there, their lowest tier is higher than System's highest tier. So not only is it a great software, not only do I use it, but it's also extremely affordable, and they even have that free tier for you to get started on. And yes, it comes with everything that you need to start growing your email list and start making sales. You can start making sales on their free tier, which is so cool. Now that you know what I find to be the easiest form of passive income, you might be wanting a more step-by-step on how to actually come up with your ebook idea and create your ebook and go step by step to then selling it. But how do you do that? Well, it all starts by watching this video next here, because in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how to come up with your ebook idea, create it, and sell it. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching.